Welcome to this brief guide on how to use the camera tool in Excel. Are you tired of the constant copy-paste shuffle in Excel, especially when trying to build reports or dashboards? Or perhaps you can create summary views only for them to become outdated the moment your source data changes. It can be really frustrating to keep everything synchronized and looking professional. But what if I told you there's a hidden gem in Excel that's designed to solve exactly these problems? Say hello to the Excel Camera tool. It's a fantastic, often overlooked feature that lets you take live, dynamic snapshots of your cell ranges and place them anywhere in your workbook. Let's check it out. Now, before we can start snapping pictures, we need to actually find the camera tool. It's one of those handy features that Excel includes, but it doesn't place it in the ribbon by default. So our first job is to add it somewhere that's easy to reach. The best spot for this is usually the Quick Access Toolbar, which is this collection of small icons that you typically see right at the very top left of your Excel window. It's designed for your most used commands, and the camera tool can certainly become one of those. Let me show you exactly how to add it there. Now, this is a one-time setup, so once you do this, it'll be there whenever you use Excel. We start by clicking on the File tab. This takes us to the backstage view of Excel. Now look down the list on the left-hand side and click on Options. It's usually right here at the bottom. Clicking this will open up the main Excel Options dialog box. In this new window that popped up, look again at the menu on the left-hand side. We want to go ahead and select Quick Access Toolbar. Now, the main part of this window changes. Focus on the drop-down menu here under the heading Choose Commands From. Click this drop-down. It usually defaults to popular commands, but the camera tool isn't popular enough to be listed there. We need to select Commands Not in the Ribbon. This list contains all the hidden gems and less common tools. Once you select that, the list will repopulate. It's a long, alphabetical list. We need to scroll down carefully until we find Camera. You can also simply click into this list and hit C on your keyboard. There it is. Simply click on Camera in the list to select it. Then move your mouse over to the middle and click on the Add button. You'll see Camera jump over into the box on the right-hand side. This right-hand box represents the tools that are currently on your Quick Access Toolbar. Excellent. All that's left is to click the OK button at the bottom right of this window to confirm our changes. And boom. If you look up at the Quick Access Toolbar now, you should see that nifty little camera icon has appeared. It's ready and waiting for us to use whenever we need it. Great job! That's the setup completely done. Now that our camera tool is easily accessible, let's dive into actually using it. What does it actually do? Well, it takes what is essentially a live picture of any of the cells that you select. This could be a range containing numbers and text, a chart that you've created, or even just a few key cells scattered across your sheet. Although it works most straightforwardly with a single rectangular block of cells. The key thing, as we'll explore more in the next section, is that this picture remains linked to the original cells. Let's walk through the basic steps with a simple example. First, you need to select the cells that you want to take a picture of. Using your mouse, just click and drag to highlight the range. For this demonstration, I'm going to select this table here. You'll see the standard highlighting around the selected cells. Now with the cells selected, move your cursor up to the camera icon that we just added to the Quick Access Toolbar and left-click it just once. When you click it, you might notice the border around your selected cells starts to shimmer or look like marching ants. That's Excel's way of telling you that it's copied that area to the camera tool. Now you need to decide where you want this snapshot to appear. You can place it anywhere on the current worksheet, or you can even click onto a completely different worksheet tab first. For now, I'll just move my cursor over to this empty area on the same sheet. Position your cursor where you'd like the top left corner of your snapshot to be, and then simply left click once. And there you go. Excel instantly pastes in an image, a snapshot, of the cells that you selected right where you clicked. Notice that you can click on it and you get handles around the edge, just like a regular picture or shape. You can even click and drag it to move it around. It looks like a simple image, but as we're about to see, it's much smarter than a static screenshot. Okay, this next part is where the camera tool really shows its value and differentiates itself from just taking a screenshot or copying and pasting values. That snapshot that we just created, it's not just a static image, it is dynamically linked back to the original source cells that we selected earlier. What does dynamically linked actually mean in practice? Well, it means that if any data or even formatting changes happen in those original source cells, the snapshot image will automatically update itself in real time to reflect those changes. There's no need to retake the picture or refresh anything manually. This is incredibly powerful for keeping summary views or dashboards accurate. Let's see it in action. Keep your eye on the snapshot that we created. Now, I'm going to go back to the original data source. Watch closely as I click into this cell here and change the value. Press enter, and then look back at our snapshot. See that? It has updated instantly to show the new value. Talk about amazing. And it's not just about data values either. It also reflects formatting changes. Let's try changing the appearance of the original cells. I'll select this header row in the source data and apply some different formatting. As soon as I apply these changes to the original cells, look at the snapshot. It perfectly mirrors those formatting updates too. This automatic synchronization is the core strength of the camera tool. It ensures that any visual elements that you create with it are always displaying the very latest information from your source data, saving you countless hours of manual updates and reducing the risk of errors in your reports or dashboards. So we have this fantastic live updating snapshot, but what if we want to make it look a bit more visually appealing or integrate it better into a report? Well, the good news is that Excel treats these camera snapshots just like regular picture objects. This means you have access to a whole suite of formatting tools to customize their appearance. First, you need to select the snapshot by clicking on it once. Notice that when the snapshot is selected, a new tab will often appear in the ribbon at the top called Picture Format. If you click on this Picture Format tab, it will reveal all of the available options. If you don't see it immediately, make sure that the snapshot itself is selected. Let's explore a few common formatting options that you might want to use. Firstly, Picture Border. This is really useful for helping the snapshot stand out. You can click the Picture Border dropdown, choose a color, and maybe a weight to change the thickness. See how that neatly frames the content? And then we have Picture Effects. This is where you can get a bit more creative. You can add effects like shadows for depth, reflections, or glows. A subtle shadow effect often adds a nice professional touch. And of course, you can easily resize the snapshot. Just click and drag one of the little circular handles on the corners or edges. And a pro tip, hold down the Shift key on your keyboard while you drag a corner handle. This will ensure you maintain the original aspect ratio. You'll also find a lot of other standard picture tools that you can use. So feel free to format these snapshots to perfectly match the style of your report or dashboard. Okay, let's look at a really practical and powerful way to use the camera tool, building out a dashboard or a summary sheet. Imagine you have important information spread across different worksheets. Maybe you have a key data table on sheet 1, or perhaps a chart or another table over on sheet 2. Trying to view these together normally means constantly switching between sheets. Well, the camera tool makes it easy to consolidate this information. You can simply go to sheet 1, select your table, and use the camera tool to take a snapshot. You can then place this snapshot onto a new sheet. Let's use sheet 3 for this. Then simply repeat the process for the table that is located on sheet 2. Now, on this single sheet, you have a visual summary pulling live information from your other sheets. You can arrange these snapshots, format them, and create a clear overview. And the best part remains that dynamic link. If the data on sheet 1 or sheet 2 changes, your dashboard on sheet 3 updates automatically, keeping everything perfectly synchronized without any manual effort. It's a brilliant way to create a live summary view. And another point worth mentioning is that these snapshots that you create within Excel, while primarily used for dashboards and summaries inside your workbook, are essentially picture objects. Once created, you can copy them just like any other object and then paste them into other locations, maybe another part of your workbook, or even into other applications like Word or PowerPoint if you need to incorporate these visuals into documents or presentations. So there you have it, the Excel Camera tool. It's a really versatile tool that can save you a lot of time and effort, helping you create more dynamic and professional looking Excel workbooks. Now, the best way to get comfortable with this is to try it out for yourself. So be sure to experiment with different cell ranges, try snapping charts and tables, and see how you can incorporate it into your own workflows. Don't be afraid to play around with the formatting options too. Happy snapshotting, and I'll catch you in my next video. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, be sure to check out the channel. And if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.